minute.
Okay.
The book, by the way, is From Nairobi to Shenzhen. The guest is Mark Obama Ndesandjo, the half-brother to the President of the United States. More in a moment.
This is a privilege to be a father.
Any fool can have a child. That doesn't make you a father. It's the courage to raise a child that makes you a father.
Responsibility for our children's education must begin at home. That is not a Democratic issue or a Republican issue. That's an American issue.
Mark, I'm really looking forward to reading the book. We have limited time left on the satellite, so your brother reflected on his youth during a 2008 forum with Pastor Rick Warren. Here's some of what he said, and then I want you to comment.
I had a difficult youth. My father wasn't in the house. I've written about this. There were times where I experimented with drugs. I drank in my teenage years. And what I trace this to is a certain selfishness on my part. I was so obsessed with me and the reasons that I might be dissatisfied that I couldn't focus on other people.
Mark, have you and your brother discussed your father with each other?
I want to just get back to one issue, and that is that my brother talked about having a difficulty in terms of relating to people. And I think this is very, very true, because what happens is that when you are in such situations, your skin, you become hardened to emotional attachments to people. And in the book, while the book is an autobiography, is a novel that is semi-autobiographical, it has strong parallels with my father, with my mother, with me, and also my grandmother. Now, I just wanted to say that what happens is that sometimes because you're not able to connect with other people, you do things which are very strange. For example, when you fall in love, like in the story, there's a character called David, and he falls in love with Spring. And what happens is that they butt against each other. They seem to break apart. And it's because of dumb emotion and dumb emotion. And then what happens is that David discovers his father's diary. Now, I have not discussed my father with Barack, but I do know that we have had similar thoughts, and we have had similar, I think, similar reflections on certain things. But Barack and I never had the benefit of a diary which could explain the fullness of, for example, my father. I thought my father was just a bad man for a long, long time, and I shut a lot of things out of my life. And then what happened is that I felt that there had to be good in him. There had to be good in him. And so I wrote this diary in my book because that would fill out the good parts. I learned that my father lost his mother at a very early age, and I started to think, Mark, maybe this affected him, but it's because I believed that there's good in all of us that I started to write this novel.
Okay, and I'm anxious to read it. Mark Obama Ndesandjo, thank you so much. The book is From Nairobi to Shenzhen.